Okay, folks, I'm a little early today, but I'm going to do a murder scene live, and I have to drive to get there. But I just wanted to tell everybody that Hyena was absolutely right about the Katie Joy being dismissed. And if those lawyers were stupid enough to not even know what state to file it in, the chances of these two women spending any more money is a joke. I think it was an all publicity scam to keep them in everybody's mouth for a year. And now nobody has any content because the case was dismissed. And there's another case that's going to be dismissed. Oh, gal. Because Toddy, I don't know nothing about her, but I know she's got money. And I know Katie's smart. Wig has no money or brains. There's no way she can do anything to the old gal. They're not in the same state either. There's been no damage to either one of them. So that's, you can base your little bet on my little girl that case is going to be gone. The fact of these women fighting, that's forever. They're never going to stop. It's going to be these same bunch of bottom feeders, same arguments over and over and over again until somebody finally gets tired of listening to them. And I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, because from what I've seen, that's what they like. I, on the other hand, don't. I like to do my murder stuff, which you'll see today. I did it before and it was perfect, but it was on the ID channel 2 days ago, and it was titled The Texas Massacre, but nothing like the Chainsaw Massacre. It was locally here in Hawkins. I remember when it happened. I was there when the chalk things were still there, and wherever they taped that thing at, it was not Hawkins Lake, and I will show you today what the real lake looks like and where the real scene was. And the guy, Gary McFadden, has already been put to death over it, and I still have doubts that he did it, real doubts. But I'll tell you all that when I get there. Hyena, do they need any more proof that you know what you're talking about? Lauren, Miss L, the real Miss L's room is doing fantastic and will do much better because she's going to stick to content. And I suggest, I had to go make a little snarky little move into those ladies' rooms that were bragging about, talking about Katie Joy endlessly. And I went in there and I said, what are you going to do now, ladies? You have nothing because you spent a year talking about these two gals, giving them publicity, probably exactly what they wanted from the start. Now, I don't think old gal is smart enough to plan this stuff about her and Wig. Wig's a total ignorant fool because she went on Wig's way and said a whole bunch of racist stuff, her and her husband. So any lawyer that would even look at her case is ridiculous, just like these Katie Joy lawyers and Toddy lawyers. I've got divorce lawyers with more sense than they've got. Lawyers don't get on the internet and have interactions with YouTube people. There's a client-attorney privilege that attorneys have to go by. They cannot get on any kind of a public forum and run their mouths. If they are, there's something fishy. And believe me, there was something fishy about this whole thing. You'll find out soon enough that I know what I'm talking about. And this other divorce little thing between, I'm going to call Tracy by her name, Tracy and Red Flag or whatever her name is, and Repeat is a joke because having been married 6 times and divorced 6 times in 3 different states, I know a thing or two about divorces. And you can divorce somebody without ever finding them. If you want to file divorce papers, you can file them. And there was one guy in California, I hadn't seen him since the day I left. They tried to serve his last known address, which I told them he wasn't there. They gave him 60 days to respond, and that was it. End of divorce. I've divorced 2 that were in jail, which is very easy to do. I've never been divorced. You can imagine why. Who would want to divorce me, right? I had to get the divorces. And I even divorced the guy in California I only saw the day I left him. They handled it. It was final in 60 days. There was no papers signed by him whatsoever. I don't even know if he knows we're divorced. I don't care. And another guy, the only guy that really had any money, because they were all losers, I was a supporter, my daughter's father had some money. And I had to fight him in court, in actual court, but he came down here and fought me. I didn't have to run all over the country after him. He had to come to Texas. And that was the only one none of the rest of them fought me because they were either in jail and they didn't have anything to begin with. Hyena, is there anything else? You can't take any of them seriously, Dusty. They're jokes. And when they're talking about divorces, I'm thinking, my God, is this light bothering you? It looks like it's turning colors. I'm not used to this ring light thing. Anyway, Hyena just wants to tell everybody you'd be very well. I don't know how long ago. It was at least 4 or 5 months ago when she said the Katie Joy thing was over. At least that long. And I think Katie's smiling and smiling because her name was in everybody's mouth for a year. And believe me, I had never heard of that Toddy. I don't do makeup stuff. I don't care nothing about it. But I looked her up, so she got one view just out of me wondering who she was. And I never could figure out exactly what Katie'd done. And I guess the lawyers and the judge couldn't either because that thing's not going anywhere. You women that follow that, you need to get another contact. You need to get it real quick. If you're going to do true crime, you better really know how to do it because there are too many fantastic people doing true crime. You're going to be hard pressed to do better than they do. I'm going to do better because I'm going to the actual scenes. I don't mind getting out and walking around. And there's at least 6 right here where I live. I can take you right to the place and show you where it happened, tell you all about it. I don't think many people are going to do that. And I know that nobody has a Pekingese that's a prophet. Does she look good with the sparkles? I think that little Larissa is even making her look good. Look, honey. Quit breathing like you got a flat face. Hi, 69. How you doing? I love your horse videos. I sent you a link to a guy that's really, really good on YouTube. He's the only guy I like. Think like a horse. And he can really help you. As long as you're beginning, he's going to be able to help you do wonders. He's wonderful. This is a joke in the beauty community. Terry, well, I don't know nothing about the beauty community, as you can tell. She don't like that light. I know she don't. But my beautician talked me into getting this light. I think it does make me look a little better. What do you think? I think maybe I do look a little better. She's putting some more pink in my hair next week. But I'm not going to look like the squirrel girl. I'm going to look like myself. And these divorce people, if they want real divorce advice, I'll give it to them. Hey, 6 divorces, 3 different states, New York, California, and Texas. I know how to get a divorce, ladies. Believe me, I know how to get a divorce. Hi, Elle. How you doing? I know I started a little early, but I'm going to do a murder scene thing today, and it's a ways up the road, and I've got to get going. And it was on, if you ladies want to check it out, it was on the ID channel, and it's called Texas Massacre. Happened in Hawkins, Texas. That part they got right. But the lake they were using, I have no idea what lake it was, but it wasn't Hawkins Lake, because I'm going to take you right there today and show you where they found the bodies and tell you what I heard about it. Because the dope people have a whole different idea of what happened than the cops do. See, I just started my divorce. Well, if you don't have any property, they're really easy. The only one I had any trouble with was my daughter's father, because he had some money. The rest of my husbands were deadbeats. They didn't have anything to begin with, so it was easy. I want to go to that house. Oh, yeah, I want to go to that. What house you talking about? I know I'm early, Elle, but anyway, it wasn't, well, it is 11 your time. I'm early because I have to get on the road because Nancy threw a damn fit because I was late to her place, and that YouTube thing wound up being stupid. This one I want to make sure it's right, because if any of you watch ID channel, it was on there, and I want to point out all their mistakes because there was plenty of them. For one thing, I don't have a clue what lake they were at, but believe me, it wasn't Lake Hawkins. I'm going to show you the real Lake Hawkins today. And it's gloomy out today, so it's going to be a real good day to do murder. And Allie's going to put a little more pink in my hair. Yes, this seems easy so far, yet we ain't got shit to fight over anymore. I know, but they're still fighting. Believe me, I still seen some fights going on. I mean, the Katie Joy thing squashed, but I tried to listen to that pitiful little Unirock, and I put my little comment in there, which he totally ignored, because I've been telling him for months he better get on something. Now, I can't stand him anyway. He puts all those cartoons in his thing. And Katie's back on point. She's doing her Sister Wives. And I don't watch the Duggars, but there was some other family she was talking about that I kind of liked. And the other two ladies I really liked, and they're more in my age group. They're upper 50s. And I told them, I said, you gals better start thinking of something you're going to talk about, because I'm telling you right now, my Pekingese told me this case is done. And the old gal case is done. And hi, Sissy, how you doing? I think that the old gal is behind the scenes. She's going to come back. She's going to come back with a new person, different person, not a new person, but a different one. Heidi is floundering, the poor thing. I see her in the live feeds begging for attention. That channel looks like shit. I don't even think RTD2 is going to help her out. I really don't. I don't know who would want to be with her, because they'd have to do all the work. Easy, simple, short talk. And I'm doing this for sure, no doubt, paid for already, and bomb, the race has started. Oh, it's easy. If the guy's not going to contest anything, it's a 60-day deal, and that's it. You can do them online. You couldn't back when I was getting divorced, but there's people I work with at the salt mine that actually did them online themselves, the child support and everything. You can cut those lawyers out. They're just in there for money anyway. I don't know what them lawyers or Katie Joy's were in there for, because I have never, and I'm 70, known of a lawyer to get on the internet and start chatting with people. You can't. That's client privilege. My lawyers couldn't even get on there and talk about my divorces. I'd let them if they give me some money, because they're pretty interesting, some of them. But I'm sorry I had to get on here early, but I really have to go, and I want to make this murder thing right. I don't want to have no trouble with my connections. It's kind of dreary out, so I don't know how good the light's going to be, but I can definitely show you that lake that they were on in that ID series, and it was just 2 days ago. It was a brand new thing. When it said Texas Massacre, I thought, oh shit, this is going to be about that chainsaw massacre. And I already been to Childress and checked that out. But no, this was about the Hawkins. The only thing that I recognized as being Hawkins in that thing was a sign that said, welcome to Hawkins. The lake was definitely not Hawkins Lake, and I'll prove that today. And their little scenario, I don't think, was right either. You can look up Gary McFadden, Google him. Hey! I might have company coming, who knows. If they are, they're not invited, so they can sit out there by the lock gate and wait. And hope I don't show up with my gun. So anyway, ladies, I just wanted to give my dog kudos, because she was so right. And she's right about this old gal stuff. And the only thing I know going on now between the bunch of bottom feeders that fight all the time is the divorce stuff, which is stupid, and the striking somebody's channel, which is something else that's stupid. L is going up in numbers like crazy. Hyena did say that she was going to be the next superstar YouTuber. She did tell me that. And I can't wait to see how your horse turns out. And I might do a few gun shows on here, on my YouTube thing. How come this thing's not rolling up? I'm not even seeing what you're saying to me. Listening, but getting ready for doctor appointment. Okay, sissy. Legal Zoom is what I'm using. Oh, Hawkins. Oh, wow. Okay. Yep. I've been trying. You're going to do it, Lauren. You're going to do fan-fucking-tastic. Come here, Hyena. Lauren don't believe you. You have to put a bad luck spell on. She ought to have no doubts about you. Come here, honey. Lauren wants to see you so you can look directly into her eyes and say, Lauren, don't you worry. You're next. Just don't let her get tangled up with them bottom feeders. Tell her to stay above it. Stay above all of it. Because she has a prophet that might be a guest every now and then. And if people have some good questions, you might answer them. Do you want to do a blessing for 69's mom? Oh, look at that. A double paw blessing, 69. She doesn't do that every day. Thank you, baby. You're going to give her a long blessing? Well, that's wonderful. There she is. Come on, give her some more blessings. Blessing. Yeah, you're going to give Elle a blessing for her channel? 2 paws? All right. Good girl. I'm so proud of you for being so smart about all this legal stuff. I know it, honey. You were out of this world. Everybody's going to want to have hyena just so they can tell what's going to happen. Look at Al saying you're the best. Lauren's going to be the best, isn't she? Because hyena can't really do a panel unless I'm there, because everybody doesn't understand what her little thoughts are saying but me. Yes, I know, sweetheart. I know, sweetheart. I know. Well, everybody, I'm going to go. And I'm going to try to get that YouTube. I have no idea what time it's going to be. I'm going to look. I'm going to book. Oh, you can book her. But you're going to have to put up with me because I don't know if she'll answer questions for you or not. Sometimes she did a real blessing for 69. I mean, she put both them feet up. It didn't take her 2 seconds. Usually she's kind of fussy about that. Have some, Elle, if you book her, please have some questions. Relevant questions for her. And I wish, this is for me, this don't have anything to do with her. I wish these ladies would quit using these young kids. I hate it. There's no reason to try to use those young kids, that Mikey and Jared or whatever they are. They're kids. Just speak to them and leave them alone. Don't try to get them on a channel and get them involved in all this bullshit. Please. It's unbecoming to even people that aren't smart enough to realize it. I'm so blessed. Yes, you are. And I hope your mom does start feeling better, because hyena has been known to really do some great blessings on people. She's not good at death threats, because I've put some death threats on some guys and they're still living. But she will do the blessing part. That's nasty chick Lindsay is using my, I know they're all using it, and it's terrible, and I can't stand it. And the one time I saw his mother, I felt so sorry for him. Believe me, I'm not a sympathetic person. I hardly feel sorry for anybody. But that woman was so sweet, and she has no idea what they're doing to her son. None at all. And I'm not going to call, I'm not a calling person. I don't call cops. I don't call CPS. I don't call anybody. But what they're doing to that child is, I don't know how they can do it and live with themselves. Anyhow, the blessings are better, but you know what, 69, I got a couple ex-men I think that need to be in the ground. And if she could just do that, just, put them in the ground, baby. Just put them in the ground, please. Because I don't really want to pay a hitman and get caught up in some kind of murder thing, and I'll wind up being in prison myself. I'll be telling the prison stories. As long as they stay out of my sight, I'm pretty good, but a couple of them live pretty close. I wasn't even married to them. These are just guys that I've messed with. And when they drive by on them Harleys and gun them, I just wish I could go out there and just pick them off. I have a very vengeful side to me that I hope none of you ladies ever have to see. Because I'm cool now. I ought to be over all this getting even with people and revenge. That's how come I can stay above all this interaction. I think most of you are doing really good now. Trying to talk to Repeat and get her on the right track if it's possible. There's no hope for Gangster. There's no hope for the fake. I can't stand her. Hi. I can't read this. Hi, CJ. How's this light look? Like it? Does it make hyena sparkle? Just remember, Katie Joy is fine as wine, and she got what she wanted. Her mouth and everybody's name and everybody's mouth for over a year. And old gal's not quite that important. And I think they about give up on that because Wig's pathetic. If they couldn't get good lawyers, let me tell you something, Wig's not getting them. Come here, baby. You want to get back up in here? You need to go on Elle's channel and do a little, I think they ought to have a little conversation with R2D2. They talk about the same. They don't have much vocabulary to them. What do you think, Elle? You think that'd be good? I am too, CJ. And not because I'm especially fond of Katie Joy, just because I was so sick of hearing all those women talk about it for a year. Now, they had a lawyer on there, that stupid Emily Baker, supposedly a lawyer. All she did was read the papers. I could have read the papers. And she didn't even have the right outcome. Guess who did? My little girl. And she had that outcome about 4 months ago. Check it out. Check my lives out. That dog was saying that 4 months ago, a good 4 months ago. And look for the old gal to be back. I know a lot of you gals don't like her, but she's going to return. I'm Garrett. Right, Hyena? Are you not being involved in this? Are you not being involved in this? Okay, right? Okay, that's good. She said, yes, she is. I don't know what they're going to say about her. I got on a couple of them last night, and they just said, well, they're going to refile it and all. They don't know what they're going to do. For one thing, they got to prove damages. I haven't seen any damages to anybody. I'd like to damage some people. Do you like Nate Brody? He was right the whole time. I never listened to, I don't know who Nate Brody is. The only Nate I know is my brother. He doesn't pay attention to any of this shit on here. I don't listen to any of these lawyers on here because I can read very well myself. I've been divorced 6 times. I've been in the court system. I don't need to pay any attention to anybody. I know the only lawyer I heard was that stupid Emily, and she pissed me off so bad I only listened to her once. All she was basically doing was reading a bunch of legal papers. I can do that, and I can read faster than her. It'd be about a half a show because I'm a speed reader. I read, believe this or not, you may not even think I've had any schooling, but I have. And I got voted to read the Constitution of the United States to the whole assembly because I'm such a brilliant reader. And I did. I read the whole Constitution. So I can read. So I could have read better than Emily Baker ever thought of reading. What? Dawn, you got to care about someone to hate them. I know. I care about Hyena. And I care about a few people. I don't really hate anybody except a couple ex-guys. You know, if they don't get in my line of fire, they're probably going to live because Hyena, you want to put anybody in the ground? You any good at those death threats? No, you're not. Come on, let's do it. Oh, maybe she is. Go put them in the ground? All right. Maybe she will. Anyway, Elle, your channel's doing great. How many have you got now? Did you even check today? I'm not going to have time. I got to get driving. But anyway, you're going to be 1,000. I don't know when you're going to have your next celebration, but you need to have it pretty quick. And I don't know what my channel's doing, but I did notice a few of them deadbeat Facebook people are starting to subscribe. I told them fools. I got 4 profiles on Facebook. All of them have 5,000 friends. All 4 of them. And those guys, some of them guys I've been doing video chats with. Just for free, just because I like them. And I said, if you want any more video chats, any more tit shots or anything like that, any sexy talk, you better subscribe to my channel and you better hurry the fuck up and do it. Oh, well, what's all this about? I thought we were doing porn no more. I said, this is cheap. You better get in there and start hitting my subscribe. And guess what? They're starting to do it because I meant it. And I'm going to tell them to hit Elle's channel too. Because I ain't going to hurt them go in there and hit subscribe. I told them they didn't have to watch any of them. Just go hit subscribe. If they want to see any more of me, they're going to do it. Because I mean business. When I shut it down, I shut them down. I had 2 of them today. Well, how come you're not saying good morning? I said, how come you ain't hit that subscribe button yet, buddy? And I gave them the link to Al and my channel. So if all them guys that I've been fooling with all these years realize that I'm serious, there's going to be some high number jumping going on. I can guarantee you they're not going to listen to this content because they can't stand any of it. But I know what they do like. And if they want to keep getting what they like, they're going to start hitting that subscribe button. And I don't care if they really hit the bell because I guess they could. They don't have to pay any attention to it if it notifies them. But don't any of you other ladies start asking me to do that for you because Elle's the only one, and that's just because she's a New Yorker. And us New Yorkers have to hang together. Just doing it for me and her. That's it. And I don't really care if mine gets high up. Nope. I'll just stay right where I'm at. And I can hear my puppy squalling now. Tits from Terry, that's right. I'm famous for that. And that ain't all they were saying. Some of them were my favorites, and they were getting a little sexting, a little talking, video chats. I didn't do anything yesterday. I said, these fuckers think I'm fooling with them. Guess what? I'm not fooling. They're going to hit subscribe. My truckers are hitting subscribe. They're good. But these guys on Facebook been lounging around up there just taking me for granted. That's over with. Nancy's not waiting for me. Sharon's going with me today. Nancy lives way the other direction from where I'm going. Sharon and I are going to go do the murder thing. We did one once, I think I told you, and it was fucking perfect. I mean, we were out there. I was telling about the whole crime. I had my camera taking beautiful camera shots. There was used condoms on the ground. And I said, and then when I didn't know then that StreamYard you couldn't save the videos. You had to do it live. So I lost that whole video. It was wonderful. I'm going to try and reenact it today. Try to get it that good. But it's even better now because I saw the ID version of it. Texas Massacre. And the only thing that they had right in it that I could see was the names of the victims and the names of the guy they executed for it. They didn't use Hawkins Lake. I have no idea what lake they used, but it wasn't Hawkins, and I'll show you today. Nancy and me are fighting right now because she's mad because I was late getting to her house. So I'll probably have to wait till the weekend to see her. She's not going to boss me around. I don't care if she's bipolar, jailbird, killer. I do what I want to do. She makes up with me anyway real fast. She doesn't stay mad at me too long. So anyway, ladies, I'm on my way. I hope that hyena looked glamorous in this light, and I'm so glad she gave you a two-paw blessing, 69, and she gave you a blessing for your channel, Al, and I gave those men an ultimatum for your channel and mine. They better start hitting some subscribe buttons pretty damn quick. And I don't know what else to say. There's really no more gossip. It's wonderful when you have a prophet for a friend because they know everything so much. There's nothing really. The gas prices are going up. Now, that didn't have nothing to do with hyena. That has to do with Biden, and they're getting up a lot higher. So if you ladies got anywhere to go, you better get going pretty quick. Thank you, Rebel Boy. I know you. There's one of my Facebook guys. Now, he hit subscribe. Say hi to him, Al. I'm going to have him hit subscribe on your channel. Hi, Matthew, you cutie pie, you. Thank you for hitting subscribe. You better get the rest of them doing it. I'll send him your link. He's sweet. Thank you for hitting my subscribe. My own brother hasn't even hit subscribe yet. I need to get on him. Tell them guys you talk to them that hit my subscribe and Al subscribe. It's your channel called The Real Miss L. I'll get it. I'll put the thing on my Facebook. So I'm going, and Katie Joy's over with. Oh, gal's going to be fine. The wig's going to continue being stupid, like she is. The fake is desperate for somebody to help her with that channel. Good luck with that. She needs more than help. She needs an absolute personality on there with her. So, Matthew, Rebel, if you don't want me calling you Matthew, okay, Rebel Boy, go hit. You already subscribed to me. Subscribe to Al. I'll send you her link. I'll send you her link in the comments. Sissy Bud, you're going out the door. Bye-bye. You can watch my murder scene later today. It should probably take me about a couple hours. Time I go pick up Sharon and then get out there to the scene. I hope the weather clears up because it's raining. I'm going to do one from my she shed, too. I'm going to sit out there in front of my wonderful she shed when my flowers come out and just let the dogs run around. And my baby, I was going to show you them puppies. No, I don't feel like getting up and getting them. I'll show you next Tuesday. They're all doing good.